For over 14 years, I've been going on car camping trips, and I can proudly say that I have stayed at some of the most epic locations imaginable. So in this video, I want to take you along how I usually find those epic camp spots. I basically have this long list of things that I look for when choosing a camp spot, whether I'm in the city or out in nature. And I want to go through this list in more details, so next time you go car camping, you know exactly how to find an epic location as well. And by the way, for this road trip, I got the new Model 3, because many of you have been asking if I ever car camped with one. So yeah, here we go. So the first thing I usually do is I check the platform called Park4Night. It's this platform where other campers can share their camping locations, and there are also other users that wrote reviews. So you can definitely find a lot of locations on there. This is also how I found this parking spot here. However, I've just found that not all of them are very good, or actually rarely they are good. I mean, the app is very cool because there are also different filters that you can use. So for example, you can filter for nature places. And if it does happen and I find a good camp spot on Park4Night, then it's definitely by using the filter nature places, or maybe also 4x4 places, where it's better to have a 4x4 to get there. By the way, this video is not sponsored by Park4Night. I just use it a lot because it's definitely a good starting point to find a location to stay the night. So yeah, let's have a look. So these are all parking spots. For example, this is the one where I am right now. I mean, you could definitely stay the night here. Like, I didn't even see a sign that says it's forbidden to camp here. So that would be fine. But I mean, there's the street right next to it. There are a lot of people here. And also, I mean, it's not epic. And in this video, we want to find an epic location. So I'm just gonna turn those filters off. Also rest area, picnic area. Yeah, so most of the time I just use the surrounded by nature and off-road filter. So let's see what we can find. And yeah, as you can see, there are definitely not as many anymore. So I just usually go through that. And this is what you often can find. It's just something, yeah, maybe it works for one night, but I want something cool. Also, this is like right next to a forest road. What we have here. Yeah, that's also, don't like that. Yeah, same here. It's right next to a road, so I don't really like these. There's an off-road spot. Well, I need to consider that I don't have the Model X with me here. This is the Model 3, so I definitely don't want to go off-road. But this, for example, looks kind of promising. So when I found something on Park4Night, I usually just copy the coordinates, and then I go on Google Maps and I look at it on Google Maps, because here is where you can find more details. What I then do is I turn on Street View and I have a look on Street View, and that often helps to kind of see how this looks. So yeah, this is the main road, and then you drive in here, and then somewhere down there it is. Yeah, that definitely looks kind of cool. So I checked on Google Maps and the location is actually over 1 hour away. So that's definitely not close by. So in this case, I'm gonna try a different strategy. I just spent the last 10 to 15 minutes scouting on Google Maps. Usually I do it on the Tesla screen because it's so much bigger to look at compared to the phone. But the owner of this car unfortunately doesn't have premium connectivity, so that's why you cannot look at the satellite view. So I've done it on the phone. It's kind of a boring process, and it's kind of luck, or maybe just a feeling that develops after a while. There are different ways to look at this. So usually you can try to find forest, because often in the forest you are hidden from the street, so others cannot see you. But I always prefer to have like a good view. I mean, obviously that's more epic, and that's why if I try to find a good view, I try to avoid forest, and I'm looking for like open space, obviously without houses. So for example, here it looks less busy, and then I'd really just scout through this, try to find any open space, for example like this. It's stuff like that. But also here again, it might be not easy to get to. Then I also often check street view, how that looks, because often you can already recognize whether or not it's allowed to go through here, but it looks a little bit steep. Yeah, could work. I mean, this is really just, it takes time to look at it, and don't expect to find something on here and that will be perfect right away. Most of the time it takes like 4 to 5 attempts until you actually find something that works. So yeah, you really need to take your time and be patient. I was looking at this, that looks kind of interesting, especially because there's this long road towards it. There is a house or a farm here, but that still could be nice. So I want to check that out. And also, if you look at street view, it's this road here. And also there are no signs here, so it's not forbidden to drive up there. So yeah, that's the first location. Let's hope it will be a good one. Yeah, I know I talk a lot in this video, but I just really want to explain my process on how I find spots. And I don't really know an easier way to do that other than just take you through the process. I mean, you know, if you just want to spend the night somewhere, if it's kind of like an emergency and you need to find a spot to stay the night, then parking lots are totally fine. Also, the one that I was before, like, it would totally work. And also, if you arrive when it's already dark and you leave in the morning when it's still dark, no one, or rarely no one, will notice. However, I just prefer that when I'm on a road trip, I want to enjoy this time. I also want to be able to cook dinner at the location where I will be staying and also just chill outside. So I don't just want to stay right next to the road. I want to stay somewhere where no one can see me and where I just have my peace. And in order to find that, you just need to be a little patient. So I was just trying to go here, but look at this. And this is just what happens a lot, that you try to find something and then all of a sudden you kind of get this sketchy road or even a dead end. Sometimes you also find these kind of service places. I mean, right now this is like a pump station or something and it's right next to the road, but often you have them like a little bit away from the road. Football fields and sport places often have parking lots as well. However, you need to be careful because often they have like signs up that it's not allowed to be here. Spots like these, right next to the water where locals come for fishing, like these can be great spots as well, especially because they can be so beautiful. Obviously, the further away you are from a big city, the easier it will be to find a good nature spot. However, if it happens and you have to stay or you want to stay in a city, then I usually look at 3 different things. So churches, or the parking spot of a church, is always something that is good because people have respect for that and it feels safe. Another thing that you can try are industry areas. However, they often can feel a little bit sketchy. So if you don't know the area, or if you don't know the city well, then it's maybe not something I would recommend. They're usually very quiet at night, so that's why they are good. And then the third thing that I do the most when I stay in a city, I just park the car in a residential area. So literally just on the side of the street in a quiet residential area. It's totally fine. I never had an issue with that. I mean, obviously I try to be prepared and ready to sleep before actually getting there. So I can literally just park, turn off the light and then sleep. And then in the morning I wake up and drive off again. So like this, I never had an issue. But yeah, obviously you want to stay in nature. Like nature places are just the best. Okay, so we're getting close. I'm always so curious because I never know what to expect. And there's always some hope that it will be perfect right away. But yeah, the truth is that most of the time it's just not. Like most of the time I get there and it's like, okay, it looks a lot different than I expected. So I think it's up there. Yeah, so this must be the road here. Kind of looks promising. My only worry is this house over there. Let's just have a look. I mean, I kind of assume that there's some kind of fireplace up there for people to chill and make a fire. It's just this house. This house is a little bit, I mean, it's not close, but they can definitely see me. Or maybe they can't. What are these? Bees. Okay. I'm not sure if I want to stay next to bees. What is this? Interesting, because I talked about this. This is a service building and we got trees right here. Might be very good. Let's have a look outside. I mean, those trees, they cover up everything, so that's good. No one can see me. I got a view here as well. The ground is flat. That's also something very important because otherwise you're not gonna have a good night. There are many bees here and I'm allergic to bees, so that's not the best thing. But I'm gonna leave them alone and then they will leave me alone. This is how it works, right? It's weird because I don't feel like, okay, that's the perfect spot. I'm still kind of like, not 100% sure. Another thing I've done in the past is I just knocked on a farmer's door and asked if I could stay somewhere on his property. Because often on those roads, especially when the grass is cut, you can literally just park the car on the grass and you have an epic view as well. But obviously that belongs to someone, so that's why I definitely recommend to get permission from this person, especially when everyone can see you. I've done that a couple of times in the past. It's always a bit awkward because you knock on someone's door and it's like, hey, can I sleep here? Or like, can I sleep on your field? But when it works out, when you get permission, it's usually very cool because you know you're allowed to be here. You're not stressing about whether or not someone is coming to kick you out. So yeah, that's definitely a good option as well. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna scout a little bit more on Google Maps just to see if there's anything around here that might have a little potential. And if those spots are not any good, I come back here and stay here because I mean, it is nice, that's for sure, but I think we can do a little bit better. Or maybe it's just me getting a bit greedy now. Yeah, I just spent another 10 minutes scouting through Google Maps and I don't think we can do better than this right here. Especially not with the time that we have left right now because the sun is about to set very soon. And I also want to set up the bed to show you how it feels like to car camp in the Model 3. Unfortunately, that's not going to be the case in this video. You will see that in next week's video. So don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss out. Or if you want to watch something right now, YouTube thinks you like one of those two videos. So yeah, either watch one of those two videos or then I'll just see you next week. Bye bye.